Got you tulips in a twist, hand up boss like communist. No, I can never ever get back all the things I missed, but I'm that man that think you got the gist. Got you tulips in a twist, hand up boss like communist. No, I can never ever get back all the things I missed. I'm that man that think you got the gist.
Alright, what is going on everybody? This is Jason Odine and today's video is going to be about the Canon EOS R and whether it's going to be worth it for you in this upcoming year of 2023. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
I'ma spare you the pain. Keep this memory out your brain. Can we leave this drama for a different day?
One time this summer I was filming a wedding. I had my Sony a7 IV that was pretty much brand new. I've heard slight rumors of the Sony overheating, but I hadn't heard anything about the EOS R overheating. So anyway, we're filming a wedding ceremony. My Sony a7 IV overheats about 11 times during a wedding ceremony. And this is the moment that solidified getting an EOS R for myself. The EOS R that my friend was filming on never once got a signal that it was going to overheat or that it was struggling. And he was shooting a mixture of 4K and Full HD. So since I was editing the wedding video, I'm looking at this footage and I was thinking, this footage is really nice. Like, I love this. Personally, I wanted to go ahead and jump for an R6 or an R5. But in my previous experience, I've realized that if you save some money, spend it wisely in another area. Someone that I know in a Facebook group was selling his EOS R for, get this, $1,000. plus an extra $100 for the adapter, which means I picked up my Canon EOS R for around $1,100. The big selling point for the EOS R is the 30.3 megapixel sensor. Yes, you heard me correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 30.3 megapixel sensor, which is fantastic for photography. Now, is this going to give you incredible low light performance, quite like an R6 or a Canon R5? No, but that's okay. In an ideal situation, there would be no crop in 4K, but this camera has some limitations in that area, so what do? We deal with them. I actually don't mind having a crop in 4K, and to be completely honest, I shoot most of my work in 1080p. Yes, I am that guy. I film in a lot of full high definition, and I don't use a whole lot of 4K because I just don't feel like I need to. And that's my own personal opinion and my own personal preference. Guys, don't drag me in the comment section, but yes, I do deliver a lot of work in 1080p. All right, so now we get to the fun stuff, the mount, the RF mount. Now, when I first heard that Canon was doing away with the EF mount, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, my heart broke, okay? I love the EF mount. All of their cameras from before were EF mounts, and not to mention, I have like 6 or 7 EF mount lenses, so I panicked. And then I saw how much they were charging for the adapter from RF to EF, and it's only $100. That makes so much sense, and it's so affordable for myself and for so many others out there who are looking to get this camera and have a lot of EF glass and are unsure what to do with all that glass. And I'm here to tell you that the EF glass on the adapter works pretty darn well. Right now, I'm shooting this video on my EOS R and a Sigma 18-35 f1.8. The autofocus is tracking my eye, it's doing a solid job. I'm not worried about it. It's not making a whole bunch of noise. And if you have a EF mount lens that you want to convert over to the RF system, by all means, go ahead, buy the adapter if you so wish to do so. And I promise you, you will be happy with the results. Do be warned that it will be a bit better if you have RF glass on the camera. So it's not going to be 100% perfect with the EF glass. If you have a fast moving subject, the camera might lose it. It could be the adapter, or it could just be the EOS R's ability to focus on a fast moving subject, but I digress. Either way, I would just go ahead, and if you're really wanting to get the absolute best out of this camera, when it comes to focusing, I would go ahead and go right to an RF lens. The RF Nifty 50 is at a great price and it's very affordable for a lot of people who are shopping for this camera. It would be on my list if I didn't already have a Nifty 50 already from the EF mount system. I did not expect the color science to be the way it is. And when I say that, I say it full-heartedly. This camera has some of the best color I've seen just right out of the camera. I love the colors and I get nothing but praise from my clients when I shoot with this camera. And they love the photos, they love the videos. And as a content creator and a business owner myself, that actually makes me feel pretty good that I made a really good decision in buying this camera. And so if you're wondering if this is professional, it is more than enough to be a professional photographer or to be used as an A camera, a B camera, and if you're so fortunate enough to have multiple cameras, a C camera. I personally am using this as my main camera or a B camera, okay? But I'm very, very much lean. I can use this confidently in any situation, and I don't feel like it's something that is going to hinder me or hold me back in any way. There are some things I don't like about the EOS R, even though I am very impressed by this camera and I am absolutely loving what I've been able to do with this in such a short amount of time, and I'm excited about what this can do for content creators like myself in the near future and in the present right now today. So the first con, and this is not foreign to many Canon users that have been using Canon for some time, but we will run into a 30-minute record limit. Yes, I know it's a little bit annoying, but this can be worked around. Hey, keep your head up, guys. This can easily be worked around. Now, if you're in a situation where you know the event's going to last for a long time, I would go ahead and get a timer on your phone that preferably doesn't ring when it goes off, just vibrates. Go ahead and set a timer for 30 minutes so that you know and you're alerted to go ahead and run back to your camera if you're not physically manning the camera at that second, so you can go ahead and hit record again and just keep the ball rolling on your footage. If not, then you might run into a situation, which I hope doesn't happen to you, where you're recording, the 30-minute mark hits, and you don't realize that the camera stops. If it does happen, please don't be that embarrassed. It happens to all of us, and it certainly happened to me. A workaround for this is also getting an Atomos Ninja and recording your footage externally, in which you'll unlock two capabilities that this camera does not already have. The first one being you'll be able to shoot in 4K at 60 frames per second. Yes, this camera cannot do 4K 60 internally, but externally. I know, it's a little bit of a woozy. If you want to shoot 4K 60, you gotta buy an Atomos Ninja, and then you will unlock that capability. And you will also unlock the capability to record for an infinite amount of time, as long as your battery lasts on the Atomos Ninja. So if you wanna record for 2 hours and that's possible for you, go right on ahead, that's when you can do it. I only have one other con. You know, I'm a pretty happy camper and I'm a very happy Canon customer. But when I saw that I can only record at 120 frames per second in 720p, just 720p is my resolution, I was a little disappointed. I was. I previously had the Canon 90D, which is significantly cheaper than the EOS R, but it's not mirrorless, so I get it. But that could do 120 frames per second in 1080p. Again, no autofocus is available if you're doing 120 frames. Set your focus manually and just know that you'll have to do that. That's it. Those are the only two cons I have with the EOS R. The fact that there's a recording limit. I like my storage, so anytime I don't have to use 4K, I don't. That's just me personally. I know it's not everyone's style. That's what suits me though. And the last con of not being able to record 120 frames a second in 1080p is a little bit disappointing, but then again, I don't use 120 frames per second all the time. If I'm gonna do slow motion, I usually just do slow motion at 60 frames a second, and I'm perfectly happy to do it in 1080p, so it's not a deal breaker for me. This camera has been a pleasure to use. It's been a joy. I love using Canon cameras, and this is no different. The EOS R has been a wonderful addition to my camera arsenal. And if you are so lucky enough to buy this camera, please do let me know what your experience has been like. Okay, if you already have it and you're using it, go in the comment section and let me know if you think this video was good, or if you think the camera's good, or whatever. But definitely, if you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel so you can see more of my uploads. And I want to say before you go, thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Be safe, have fun, but I gotta run. I'll see you in the next video. This is Jason Odine. Thank you guys for watching my EOS R review. I will see y'all next time. Peace.